Hey guys, my name is Kelly, and some of you may know that I do energy healing and I wrote a couple books. And those of you who follow me on Instagram may know that I do a daily tarot or oracle card pull just for fun. I love doing it. It's a way to read energy, and I do like a collective reading, and it can just kind of read the energy of what's going on with the collective, and also, like, typically, especially with the oracle cards, give like a general little positive message for the day that everyone can take and apply to their lives. And so I really like it. It's kind of like my gift to my friends and people on my Instagram, and I have fun doing it in the morning when I drink my coffee. And this morning, this person commented, tarot is satanic. And, I'm not mad at this person. Everyone's entitled to have their own opinion and feelings on things. But I don't agree. So I thought I would, and I deleted the comment just because, I don't like hater energy on my page. Um, but yeah, I don't agree, and here is why. So, in our society, they have worked very hard to have us disconnected from our spiritual nature. They want us ignorant about the spiritual world. This has been going on for thousands of years. We had all this people. There's a lot of people with religious programming, and this has been going on since ancient times. The Romans took over the church, and I don't want to offend any religious people, but it's like the Bible was written by people, and people have flaws, and people can be wrong, and people can have agendas. So, with all religious material, it's important that we take the positive messages and maybe not take all of it so literally or seriously. And when someone's addressing so-called Satanism, let's just assume, for all intents and purposes, that they're referring to spiritual practices that are practiced by certain people that have a dark connotation. Like, it's not about love and compassion and freedom. It's dark, you know. And it is rumored that there are people in positions of power in the world, in government and corporations and whatnot, that practice these dark occult religious practices, and that they do some very disturbing things. And I don't know about that, but it when you watch what they're doing and see the evidence that comes up, it's like, well, gee, maybe with some people that is the case. But I can guarantee you guys that, like, middle-aged ladies, like, reading tarot cards on the internet are not the cause of the darkness in the world. They have just fed these ideas into people to keep us disconnected from our spirituality and disconnected from our spiritual nature. A lot of these religions that have been instilled in people have taught you, that like working on like psychic abilities or trying to connect with divine beings or whatever, that there's something dark and scary about it. But really, it's our human nature, is that we can connect with all kinds of energy. We can connect with all kinds of beings. You can connect with the source. You can connect with angels, your spirit guides. You can also very easily connect with very dark beings that have dark intentions and want to feed off your negative emotional energy. And they'll target people that, and I don't mean to scare people, but it's just how it is. And if we know about it, we can be more aware, and it doesn't affect us as much. But yeah, if you're like depressed or angry, or you don't value yourself, or especially if you use drugs or alcohol, like even some prescription drugs, that kind of lowers your energetic protections and makes you vulnerable to these lower energies. So it's like, yeah, you can tap into all kinds of energy, and it could be helpful, like divine, unconditionally loving energy, or it could be a dark energy. So the cards are just a tool to read energy. So the messages that are coming through, it depends on the medium that they're coming through. And so I can guarantee you guys, I have a lot of experience with this stuff at this point in my life, and I've learned a lot. And definitely when I'm working with energy, I'm very discerning. And before I do any spiritual or divination work, I call in the God source, I call in my higher self, my guides, my angels, and I ask for protection. And I ask for the best outcome for that work. Even when I just do my little card pull for fun in the morning, I ask for that. So I think it's important that, yeah, if you're going to work with cards and work with divination, you should be smart about it. And if you're feeling low or, have drank alcohol or whatever, it's important to not do that type of work at that time. I thought my cat was approaching me. Good, he's not. And yeah, so it's all, whatever medium you're using cards to read energy, you're creating music, creating art, creating a TV show, creating a book, anything that's coming through a person, it depends on the frequency and intention of the person. So yeah, when I'm doing my card readings in the morning, it's not satanic, guys. It's Tarot cards have been used since ancient times, and according to the Law of One, which I talk about in my books, it's even been used on other planets like Venus by humans there. So, I mean, yeah, it's a tool, and it depends on the intention and energy that goes into it. So if something doesn't feel right to you, or it feels off, or it feels like this is dark or whatever, then maybe don't follow that or don't engage in that or whatever. But if it feels good to you, then go with it. I mean, I heard Greg Braden describe how we're inventing a new spirituality right now on the planet, and we don't want to have a name for it or anything like that, because then there's an owner and then someone's controlling it and whatever. And that's how I feel. It's like some of us are doing different spiritual practices that we like, and we're kind of doing our own thing that feels good to us. And there doesn't need to be any rules or anything other than just make sure you're being discerning and you are being protected. You're protecting yourself and others. So that's my 2 cents about that. So I'm sure this person wasn't the only person that feels that way, and people are free to feel however they want. But yeah, the card readings that I do them with the best intentions and love. I think, when you're reading energy, it's important to just, look for the best outcome, focus on yourself. It's like if you're, for example, trying to like find out information about other people that you don't have their permission to read their energy, then that's kind of dark. That's kind of not good. But if you're just you want some confirmation for like an intuition you're having, and you should always follow your own intuition. Don't give your energy away to like any type of psychic or tarot reader. It's just something you can consider. I would never like bet the farm on a tarot reading. It's, just to read energy, and energy can always be changed if you don't like what the reading is. So that's my take on that. It's all light energy if that's the intention into it. And any type of divination is all about the energy and intention that's put into it, whether it's, quote, light or dark. So anyway, if you guys want to check out my website, I do energy healing sessions. I wrote a couple books, wrote a book about energy healing, have an orgone energy shop. It's woowoowomen.com, WUWWomen.com.